Search engines are one of the most important traffic sources for many sites, and there's a wealth of information to be gained about how our visitors are using them to find our sites. To find these reports, we click on the Traffic Sources tab and come down to the Search Engines report. Pulling up this report, we're going to see the name of each of the search engines here, as well as the visits and general site usage metrics here along the side. One thing that's important to note, when we first pull up this report, it's going to be the total amount of traffic from the search engines. But within search engines, we usually have two different kinds of traffic, paid and non-paid, which is generally going to be our medium. The name of the search engine is known as a source, and the type of traffic, whether it's organic or CPC, organic being non-paid or free, and CPC or PPC being the paid or pay-per-click traffic, is going to be under the paid. We can quickly segment this traffic by simply clicking on the paid link, in which case we'll only bring up our paid sources of traffic. In this hypothetical example, we have Google, Yahoo, MSN, and Facebook. One other thing that's very important when we start evaluating different search engines is to move away from the site usage tab and think about other things, such as goal conversion or in our case, e-commerce. The other thing is to think about what's the most important metric. In our case, when we're talking about paid search, we don't want to know how many visits those brought, but we have to pay for every one of those visits. If we're talking about pay-per-click, then we need to know how much value am I getting from each one of those clicks, because that's going to help us know how much I can afford to bid for each one of those clicks. So what we've done here is we've selected the e-commerce tab. We've come over here and done the compare to site average. And as the metric, we've selected per visit value, which is going to tell you how each one of these sources might be comparing against the other when it comes to bringing value per click. In this example, it looks like Yahoo is bringing more value per click than the others, even though it may not necessarily be bringing the most amount of visits. If our goal is to maximize the profitability of a campaign, per visit value can be very important. Now, on the other hand, if we switch on over to the non-paid traffic, in this case, I'm not paying per click. So while I do have the equivalent over here, the average value of the visit, and that may be interesting to me, it may be a little bit misleading when I talk about evaluating the different sources of traffic. In this case, it looks like, in this example, Google would be performing worse in terms of average value. But because it brings so many more visits, what I really care about is the overall revenue. I'm not paying per click when we talk about organic free traffic. So I don't really care how many visits it takes or what ways the traffic is sent to me. All I know is that Google is sending me far and away more revenue than the others. And therefore, it's a very important source of traffic for me and my site. Utilizing these reports properly can not only give you tremendous insights into organic search, but make an incredible impact on any paid search engine campaigns you may be running as well.